They set up 15, 20, maybe even 30 or more, and they do it at different times. What happens is then we will have a set of websites that we build. And my web properties manager will get a list from me of the types of markets I want to enter. He goes and registers the domains because he's watched my videos that say this is how you pick a good domain name. And he goes out there and he registers it, he sets it up, gets the MySQL database set up, and then he goes to my other group of guys that specialize in my Web 2.0 promotions, and he says, okay, here's a list of the domains we just put up. We want you to put up the website, customize the headers, and we want you to do a promotion, a 2.0 promotion for it. So then they go to our passwords list, and they know that they randomly pick 5 or 10 different Propeller accounts assigned to different email addresses, and they randomly pick 10 or 15 of these to promote that new particular post or website to. So we're not always using the same Propeller account time after time after time. Does everybody understand that? It's free. All you need is a free email address. How many people here can get a free email address all day long? Yahoo, Gmail, right? That's all you need. So don't go here and say, okay, I'm going to sign up for all 30 one time, and then I'm going to spend the next 3 months bookmarking every single post and every single website that I have with a one account, because it'll stop. But that's the idea. So for digital camera reviews, we did the post of the camera. So the guys ran to the back of the room, so to speak, after we posted it, and what do you think they did? Remember this picture here? This is where we posted the video on digital camera reviews. This is the actual post. There's these little buttons here. What do you think they did? Started pushing buttons. That's all they did. And then within 3 to 5 minutes, we had submitted it to 10 or 20 different websites. So we did the YouTube thing, and we did this thing. And we built the website, the Nintendo website, from scratch. Start to finish, the entire process took, with a slow internet connection, took about 40 minutes. But these guys can pound them out all day long. And they knew nothing about this when they got started. We talked about that. How do you find people that learn this stuff? Either they watched my training videos, or I handed them somebody's product like Buck and Rock when they had pipeline profits. I asked them, can I sign my guys up for it? I had those guys paid them by the hour to sit there to watch $2,000 content. And what I kill the guys that work in my office, I always tell them they're complete fools because I have a library that's worth, well, just dollar worth over $100,000 in my office that they could be looking at all day, every day for free. You think they'd ever check it out, take it home? I had a guy tender his resignation because he didn't feel he was adding value. We had a discussion, and we review every month trying to get the stuff up at work. And I said, how many times have I told you to take something home? He goes, every week. You've worked here for a year and a half. How many times have you taken one of those products home? Once. Did you finish it? No. Okay. You're tendering your resignation because you don't feel you're adding value. You know what it is I expect of you. You have an employee manual. You have a job description. You're on my IAM system. You're in our project management software system. You have jobs that are assigned to you every single day. You know that there's $100,000 worth of content in this office that you could take home for free and read, and I've told you to take it home every week for the past year and a half. You're tendering your resignation because you feel bad you're not adding value. What are you telling me? I heard you talk about going bowling last night. I saw you go for a 2-hour lunch yesterday. I saw you went out to a dinner you can't afford with your girlfriend last weekend. I pay you more than you'll make anywhere here at your age, and I told you I'd promise to help you make even more money. I'm a really lenient boss, and you're tendering your resignation to me. Whose fault is that? And I actually didn't accept his resignation. I'm hard-headed. I said, no, we're going to make it right, damn it. And it is getting better, but we've done it 10 other times, and it never gets better, but, That's not true. He's a relative of mine, so he'll stay working for me for a while. It's a true story, but that's, if he wasn't a relative, he probably still wouldn't be working. But it's the true story. The rest of it, completely true. Because of resignation, everything. So people say, well, how do you train people to do it? Well, you buy products. I buy products, and I hand them to my staff. Say, get to work. And that's how they learn it. So everyone clear on what we do. You post it to the blog, and then you take the blog post or a static page. It can be on anything. And you just use these little buttons here, or a social marker, and you take it. You spend 2 minutes distributing it via the tools we talked about. That's all we did. our total promotions for those websites, for all the thousands and thousands of visitors that we showed you and all the money that we made, took less than 10 minutes. It's it. Now, if you really wanted to get the traffic, you would take each post in that site. And each individual post would be gone out and do what? You would hire someone. So they have an RSS feed subscription. You have an employee overseas. They subscribe to your RSS feed. What's that going to do? Every time something gets posted to the website, it shows up. They know that you just posted something, don't they? So you have an employee overseas for low-cost labor, because people were asking me about that, because it's not always that cheap in the United States. They have an RSS feed. They subscribe to your RSS feed. And anytime you make a post, they get notified. Do you have to tell them what the post is about? Do you have to tell them what the post is about? No, it's in the RSS feed. Didn't I tell you it's like a book? It tells you everything that happened in that blog. You don't have to go to the blog. It tells you what happened. So what they do then is they say, okay, time to get to work. They get the cup of coffee. They look at the RSS feeds that they're aggregating from all your websites all over the universe. And they know what they're supposed to do. Jeff just posted about the Casio EX-Z1080 on digitalreviewscamerablog.com. Here's my list of bookmarkings that I use for that particular company, because actually I have different corporations. Each corporation has its own set of bookmarks because they're kept separate with separate affiliate codes and separate. You don't have to worry about any of that. It's completely, you don't have to worry about it. But if you do worry about that kind of stuff, and I don't want to start the conversation, then you would know that this group of bookmarking links belong to this particular company, and all I have to do is I know that he's talking about the camera, and I go to these little sites, and I use this piece of software, and I spend 1-2 minutes max to go and visit all these sites and say, hey, Dig, look what I just found, this great camera over on digitalcamerareviewsblog.com. Software does it all automatically for you. You can hire this complete thing out. If you want to do it yourself, it doesn't take a lot of time, though. But like I say, every time you do something, it notifies your employees through an RSS feed. If it's all RSS enabled, you just subscribe all your employees to your RSS feeds. So anytime something happens on the website, they get notification of it and they go to work. If you're selling your brand, you do the same thing. It doesn't have to be a product. If I've got something hot on my blog that I want people to see, do you think I'm going to do the same thing? Of course I am. And they're going to go to my Myspace page that I built specifically for that blog. I showed that earlier, right? Underground Confessions? And they're going to go to YouTube that I built specifically for that blog. They're going to go out there and they'll start bookmarking it all over the place, and they'll add it to Myspace. Something very interesting about video, before I forget or if we run out of time, video will rank higher and stay ranked higher longer than the social bookmarks will. The social bookmarks will get in quicker because YouTube doesn't update as quickly as the social bookmarking sites does.